to be a scalable company that is acquired for 500 million within the next 4 years. What do I need to do in this next year to start down that track? It's Kareen here, and what you're about to witness is one entrepreneur's journey on how they navigate a challenge or need support in an area of their business with me. Results may vary if you try this on your own. The purpose of sharing this with you is to help you know that help is always available and you don't have to do it alone.
I just wanted to make sure that my thinking around, for example, top 3 goals was correct. Just to hear your...
go for it.
As the first one, I put break even, get to annual revenue of 2.5 million with roughly 200,000 monthly, ensure a sustainable business model for Mosquito Mini, that's the new product, with growing LTV, reliable partnerships for Mosquito Grant, ongoing POs and predictable revenue in B2B. That's the first. Then second, become number 1 solution for home consumer electronics choice for ecological mosquito protection. References in other industries, I just put for myself here: Oura Ring, AG1, high brand awareness plus trust, growth of organic referrals. And third is becoming a highly awaited acquisition target for whales in the industry, like Rentokil Terminix, Scott's, Armoza, Quizda alike. Start building the metrics and business processes for 500 million exit. That's
nice.
If
in what timing?
Good point. I believe it can happen like in 4 or 5 years from now.
Yeah. What are your numbers now? So let's talk about the first goal there. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, these are great goals. And if these are your top 3, they are quite large for the next 12 months. Mm-hmm. So what I would think about is like, what are you really wanting to obtain in the next 12 months? Mm-hmm. So you're not getting acquired in the next 12 months for 500 million if sales hasn't proven that, right? So that's a future goal, which I love. Because then we can reverse engineer from that goal. But if that's the ultimate, is to be a scalable company that is acquired for 500 million within the next 4 years, then now if we come back to, okay, what do I need to do in this next year to start down that track? I do like that your first goal was to break even. Is breaking even 2.5 million? You said 2 different things.
Just first is to break even and get to annual revenue of 2.5 million, like with roughly 200,000 monthly sales. This year.
So what is break even numbers?
Break even. I just thought in the monthly perspective. For us, break even would making everything that more than 100,000. So right now we are almost there. Like we are 90, like 95, and so
that's mainly on the B2B business.
Yes, and that's the.
So we haven't even put in the consumer side. I think goal wise, it would be good for you as a CEO to have. What are the goals for B2B and what are the goals for D2C? Only because 2 different channels, 2 different methods of how you sell. I want you to be able to think realistically to then also motivate your team realistically, right? So if it's 100K a month for the B2B to break even, right? Then you want it to be 200K a month in the next 6 months. Let's say that's the goal. Then now we can build strategies against, this is how you'd be thinking. Like you could start to build strategies on how do we double our monthly revenue to hit 200K a month by, let's say, May 31st of 2026. And then now you start thinking about strategic goals with your partner on what do we need to do to make that happen on the B2B side. Because that's sales, that's account management, that's reselling, going to new locations for existing clients. Like, what are you doing to maximize every single client you have on the B2B side to have highest level of distribution of your product, right? Then when it comes to D2C is new. We don't know the numbers quite yet. So what are the target goals for D2C that you want to achieve in the next 12 months?
Okay.
So then D2C would be, you tell me, like, what are you hoping to, or do you have goals for that yet?
Yeah. So I've been thinking on that in perspective of numbers, and just taking into consideration, assuming that the main sales channels for the first year would be D2C from the own website plus Amazon. So overall, by it's still a bit affected by seasonality, the product sales.
Unless you're in a region like this, but yeah.
Yeah.
You just need the right regions, girls, between Texas, Southern California, like all the southern states by the water. You have all seasonal mosquitoes. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Overall, still, we definitely focused on making it less season effective. But even for big competitors like Thermacell, for example, they've been around. They are selling only through Amazon like 6 million per month, and that's average. And but during the summer months, it's 12 million. And that's why.
Well, it's also based on your inventory, right? Like, so how much you can produce. Is this a drop ship product? Like, what are the deals that you have in place that also will impact your goals for D2C?
Yeah, and that's another part of story of managing working capital, because there was only one product. We need to, and we mostly were okay because with a B2B we work we have good payment terms. We usually take a prepayment from, and then we
always take a prepayment.
Yeah, and then so we are quite. It was quite okay with the B2B. Mostly the always was the gap in the financials because they purchase, then they sell it, and then we had this type of that investors do not really like a lot. And for B2C, it's going to be a bit another story since we are selling through Amazon D2C. Nobody will prepare us, and even with retails and
you could do a pre-sale for a short period of time. But that doesn't help with inventory production. That could be in the future. Yeah,
that's what we did now in pre-order for Mini. We've been in pre-order this year. Before now, we are delivering, but through D2C, we were able to generate more than 200,000 in pre-order, and that helps us actually.
That's so huge. I love that. Yeah,
to produce and now actually to do all the things because I didn't want to fundraise at that point because definitely
Smart.
The product wasn't there, the valuation was lower. So, and now I think it's good time to fundraise as still not perfect because it's better to show more traction, but I just want to make sure we have enough.
But you've already sold. So the thing is, you already sold 200K of the product. It just hasn't been received yet all fully. But but you can definitely do raise. You could definitely do a raise of the state of the business that you're in now because you've already proven sales. So investors are always looking for that. And then they're looking for you to reduce your COGS over time. So it's a higher margin, which comes with volume, right? So they know that. So if you do have to do a raise, like you actually have plenty to actually put a ask out there if you needed to.
Yeah. Oh, good. I think it's a very fair point to split the targets between B2B and B2C, not to mix them.
It also helps with an investor story too, to show like why you need a capital injection if you ever do externally. That it was because you have a multi-channel business. They love a multi-channel because it just means if one, for some reason, direct to consumer is trend based or something, that you're always going to have consistency in another arena. So that's very strong to position it that way. And I would set goals for both, and then reverse engineer from those goals, the strategy of what would help you hit it month over month, because you're at two different stages of each business line.
Yes, for sure.
Just want to remind you that breakthroughs and strategies are here for you. You don't have to be isolated on your business building journey. If you'd like to have a chance to connect with me and let me be all up in your business, Go to heykareen.com/connect and a team member will share how you can obtain the best support at this time. You always can have me in your pocket by leveraging my AI. Go to heykareen.app, download it, and start chatting away. And of course, I am always here, willing and ready to be the support you need. All you have to do is ask.